If you're at home right now, could you do us a favor? Just look around. Take it all in. Look at all the stuff that you have in your home. Where your bed, your kitchen, your bathroom, or whatever there is. And take a look and appreciate what you have. Because as you all know, there are millions upon millions of people in the world who don't actually have a home. And it's a sad thing to see. And then there are those who have the most extravagant ones possible. And we go really low. Then there are those who have homes, but they're not exactly the most standard at first that you could picture. So with all of that in mind, here now are the most strangest places where people actually live. Number 1, Yakat. Let us ask you a question. How cold are you right now? Women, depending on which season and area that you're living in. You could be quite cold or not at all. But if you live in this place in Siberia, you wouldn't even know what warm was, cause it's the coldest city in the entire world. Now we know that Siberia is cold on its own. Which is why it's not really one of the most populated places around. But here in this place, there are over 300,000 people who live there, which is insane to think about given the freezing temperatures. The reason they endure the cold is because there's a diamond mine there that needs workers and they get paid well enough to harvest them. But just how cold could it be? Well, about minus 60 degrees Celsius, if not colder. And yet, they persist, and apparently the people are quite proud that they are able to endure such harsh conditions, as it showcases their toughness and ability to overcome. While that is something to be respected, and we honor their ability to endure, we're really glad that we don't have to live there, because the cold, well, it's just terrible. If you're enjoying this video, please don't forget to subscribe us. Thank you. If you want to know the most exciting one, stick around for the last one, cause it will blow you away. Number 2, Freedom Cave. Now before we showed you the floating villages of people of Cambodia, but now we're going off the coast of British Columbia and Canada to show you Freedom Cove, a floating man-made island of sorts which houses a couple that proudly boast that they live on the ocean and they're more than happy with not setting foot on dry land all that often. But how exactly does that work? Well, it's simple really. It all sits atop about a dozen interlocking steel doors that creator Wayne Adams had salvaged from an old fishing farm. In fact, everything is fashioned from reclaimed material, a habitat designed from what's available when it's available. Him and his wife live together on their floating cove, and they're able to make everything work for them, which includes being able to grow their own food via the areas that they're cultivated. They do occasionally have to go into town, but it's quite a rare occurrence cause they've been able to be self-sustaining for quite some time. The couple are constantly working and reworking things on their cove, but they don't seem to mind. In fact, the artistic duo believe that they want to stay there for the rest of their days, and they have the potential to do just that when they also feed bald eagles that fly into their cove on the regular. If you want to know the most exciting one, stick around for the last one, cause it will blow you away. Please don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much. Number 3, Island Lodge. Moving on to a classic that many of you have likely heard of. You've seen this one once upon a time. Specifically, you may have seen this picture. Yeah, this is of a real island near Iceland, and upon it rests a single white house. The house appears tiny compared to the rest of the island, and yet it is there, and nothing else that's man-made exists there. So when people started seeing this house on the internet, they began speculating about what it was, who had made it, how it got there, and so on. But that just led to a whole lot of rumors, lies, and incorrect stories. So good thing for you. We're here to clear all of that up. First, yes, it's a real house. In fact, it's what's considered to be a lodge, and that is where the truth lies. It was built as a hunting lodge for people who be able to go and hunt the local wildlife on the island. It was eventually abandoned and technically nobody lives there today, which might be for the best because it doesn't have any kind of running water or any other pleasurable amenities about it. Number 4, China's cliff village. Have you ever metaphorically felt that you were dangling off the side of a cliff? For some people in China, they go through that each and every day. This 200-year-old village was made famous, all thanks to its 800-meter ladders that the people, which includes the children, have to use to climb up and down the cliff in order to reach the rest of the world each and every day. Now, it's crazy to think that they've all lived up that high, but they did it, and they weren't poor either. It would just take them quite a long time to get up and down so that they could do what they had to do in order to live. Things eventually changed though when the Chinese government offered them new homes on the ground level, and they surprisingly accepted. They appear to be happy to not be living off of a cliff anymore. Number 5, the tunnels of Bucharest. In Romania, in the city of Bucharest, there are special tunnels that were once made for the city's heating system. Nothing wrong with that. But now the tunnels of Bucharest are home to a lot of people who are merely just trying to live, and it's been rather difficult for them. But as those who have ventured down into the tunnels would note, while life can be hard there, it's also rather safe, not discriminating, and there is a sense of trying to help one another to make it to the next day. Believe it or not, these are not the only tunnels in the world that house people. A lot of people love to go to places like this as a safe haven because it's the only option available to them. It's hard to think about, but that's what some people have to do in order to live. So, which of these was your favorite fact? Let us know in the comments below. Also, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and check out our social medias. Thanks for your watching. Take care.